Hello, and welcome to episode 9 of the Brunch Party Podcast.
Did you get the episode right?
I did.
Ooh,
I made sure of it.
Good for you.
Actually, Justin made sure of it.
Oh, did he message you like, hey, make sure you get the episode right?
No, when we were talking, because I asked him, actually, speaking of guests, which we have another guest on this week, we'll introduce you in 1 second. Yeah. I asked him if he wanted to be on the podcast at some point. He said, what episode are you on, 9? I was like, yeah, I am on 9. So episode 25, we'll have Justin on.
We have to get to 25 before we can have him.
I know, right?
That's tough, man. That's a lot of weeks. That's half a year.
No, it's true. It is. But introductions. We start this podcast off with a cheeky little introduction.
You do.
I am your lovely host, Mr. Mark of the Brunch Party. We got my counterpart.
I wouldn't call me your counterpart, but
true. I probably wouldn't either.
Curtis 2 Scoops Kohler.
Yeah, no, that's a nickname. I'll give you that one. Yeah. That is a nickname.
That was one that I thought of recently.
Our very, very special guest, even more special than Mr. Slam Keo. We have Mr. Adam Pita Pocket Gaming. Adam,
hey,
take it away.
I literally want to know the story behind 2 Scoops.
2 Scoops?
It was very hard to be able to just not bust out laughing when you said 2 Scoops.
Can I tell it?
Okay, I'll see if you tell it right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, basically, my brother Curtis over here. You guys know Curtis, I think. He was a goalie. He was a goalie in hockey for many of years. Yeah. He made talk of his glory days of winning the OMHA one day on this podcast. We don't know.
One day I'll talk about it.
But he had a decent glove hand, maybe more than decent glove hand, and when he would catch more than one puck in his glove, my mother would yell 2 scoops from the stands.
You're almost right.
Am I almost
You're
right?
Almost right. Dad saw a raisin commercial once.
Of course.
And the brand of the sorry, it wasn't a raisin commercial. It was a cereal commercial that had about the cereal with raisins in it, and the brand is called 2 Scoops because it had 2 scoops of raisins in it. And he thought that was hilarious. So one day at one of my hockey games, he waited specifically until I made the second glove save, and then he started yelling that, and that just stuck because people thought it was fucking ridiculous.
It stuck. It really did.
So people called me that for a decent portion of my hockey career.
Yep. And that and Cujo.
Which I think that's a nickname that's like the most known nickname with me, and I don't think I've ever used it on this podcast.
Yeah, you haven't.
That was my goal. I can never use that one.
You've now spoiled episode 10's opening.
No, I got a better playoff of Cujo than I've ever felt, but we'll go with that on episode 10.
Hype. So Adam, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good today. I've been up incredibly early, so I'm kind of tired, but
yeah, I know that feeling, pal.
Adam, who are you?
Who am I? Well, I'm an American. I live in New Jersey.
I made that abundantly clear last night.
I really enjoy long walks on the beach.
Nice.
The Jersey Shore.
Yeah, you know.
Have you ever been to the Jersey Shore?
Yes. Oh God, I have.
Is it anything like the episode of Sunny?
No.
Yeah.
I've never watched Always Sunny.
Oh my God.
Well, we know what you need to do.
Well, I think we're gonna end the podcast here.
You go. Watch Sunny.
This is a mess.
Yeah, no, this is all gone wrong.
So you've never had a rum ham, eh?
Mm-mm. I've heard of it because my friends have put up pictures of them trying to make a rum ham, but I'm like, I get the reference, but it's like I've maybe watched 15 minutes of Always Sunny.
That's fair. I'm not one of those people who's always like, oh, you should watch this, you should watch this, you should watch this. But like Sunny's one show I will say you should absolutely go watch.
Yeah, it might be the funniest TV show out right now.
Yeah, if you want to binge something funny, go watch Sunny.
Yeah,
that rhyme. Holy fuck!
Oh my God,
that's
dude, you should
new slogan. Put that on Twitter. Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
So you're looking for a career, Curtis?
Yeah.
You're looking for a career?
I'm trying.
You should just be the marketer for It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, I just did it.
Yeah,
they're not even paying me yet, bastards.
Yeah. So, Adam, you are a football. Well, you're a YouTuber.
Yes.
Correct. Yes. You are a FM streamer.
I am.
See, I said YouTuber because I know you don't only post FM videos on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Me and my brother, we have a YouTube channel and we post little Let's Plays.
John. People may have heard us mention the John Pita on this podcast before. This is the John Pita's actual living brother.
We couldn't get John on for obvious reasons.
We can't afford John.
John's way a lot more expensive. I'm the cheaper, sort of, kind of funny one, and that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Justin's episode 25 mark, John's episode 200. That's a milestone.
Once we get like mad sponsorships raking in and stuff,
Then
you know,
we
we're the new cereal,
dude.
Then we'll get John on.
If you guys hit episode 100, I will convince him to be like, look, you have to just do this podcast.
Oh my god,
and like that'll be the first time we'll ever talk to him too.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know if I can talk to the man. It's like what would you do if you ever got to talk to your god?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I still do not get the fascination. I understand he has incredible hair.
He has incredible
It's not just the hair, it's everything.
Yeah, it's his whole thing, you know? He's got a whole thing going on in him about it.
Yeah, it's true.
Jesus
So
Christ.
Adam, how do we know you?
We met because of Dr. Benji.
Dr. Bonjo.
And we did FMA.
Work the space.
Oh yeah, it was Work the Space.
Yeah.
It's totally Work the Space.
Yeah.
I thought that was the coolest, by far the weirdest thing, because he just DMs me on Twitter. He's like, hey, do you have time to talk? And I'm like, yeah, I get home at work from like 20 minutes from now. And then I get to talk to Curtis for like a half an hour.
Yeah, sorry about that. Apologize about that.
It was so funny.
I mean, Jack tweeted us today, so
I saw that he wanted to play NHL with you guys.
And yeah, did you tweet him back saying that you couldn't today?
I absolutely did, yeah.
Okay, good. I thought you just ignored him.
No, I can't ignore it. I can't ignore that man. He's a legend.
Yeah, he does have a monopoly on the FM community. So if we ignore him, we might just get booted out.
I don't think he has a monopoly. I think he just he has like 65%.
So you weren't around
share.
on that stream, were you?
I don't think he was there for that.
I don't think I was there for that part.
You're out of the loop.
Damn it!
You're out of the loop.
You're out.
This is officially the worst podcast ever.
Yeah, no, we should really just have this podcast. You don't watch Sunny. You're not in the loop.
I think most people know Adam as the guy who's worse than us at Football Manager.
Hey,
because we just
I don't know about that.
We destroyed him in FMA.
That does not count.
We're better than him using keepers only.
You guys found out Kasper Schmeichel is God striker when it's goalkeepers.
I knew that.
That was research.
That was research on my part.
Oh my god!
I mean, also a little, shout out to Claudio Bravo with like the 7 assists. So deep line playmaker, hit up Claudio. 16
He's
passing on that guy. It's fantastic.
Jesus Christ! Did I bust out the Minecraft formation at FMA?
Yes, you did.
I did.
You
oh
did.
god, it's the worst thing ever.
Went poorly against us. It really did.
Football manager things.
I love it.
So yeah, we streamed FMA together. We had a cheeky little 3-hour live stream.
And amazingly, after putting up with what we did in that stream for 3 hours, he still wanted to talk to us after.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, it's like we're totally forgetting that we were streaming with Brian too.
No, of course Brian was there. No,
Brian was there.
Brian's the famous one out of the three.
Brian's by far the best one out of all of us.
Like,
oh, absolutely.
That guy is just phenomenal, man. I fucking love Brian.
Shout out to Brian.
It's cool because all three of us have 3 completely different streams.
Yeah.
No, it's very true.
Yeah.
It's like Brian's like the most informative, like
he's
amazing, just intelligent one.
He makes me laugh so fucking much.
Amazing.
I don't even think he means to make people laugh. He just is like naturally funny.
Yeah.
He's like one of those guys. He probably is around a bunch of people a lot, and he's not like, he doesn't have to try to be funny. He's just naturally funny. But like when he does poorly is one of my favorite things in the world.
Oh my
I gotta
God,
be like,
yes.
I can't stand it, but at the same time, I love watching the demise of Brian. Sometimes.
Like how he got super mad on his stream the other night, and then like the next morning he messaged us on Discord. He's like, "Yeah, so after I like slept on it, I'm sort of feeling like," and he started going on a bit of stream. He's just like he was so like mad that he had to sleep on it and like figure everything out.
I loved it. I love it because it's like I see Brian get frustrated. It's like I would literally act the same way, except I probably would have turned the game off at that point. I would be like, "No, I'm done. Fuck this."
I popped into your stream for a bit the other day, and you were not happy.
Oh yeah. Well, it was more of it was like I was in the 5 steps of accepting the fact that we were going to get relegated.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I was just completely agitated, and then by the end I'm just like, you know what? Maybe we got promoted too quickly, and we get to rebuild the team again. It'll be fun.
Except I'm not in the first division anymore.
Except now I'm in J League 2.
Yeah. Wow. That's one thing I will say about us, Curtis. We've never been relegated.
We have never been relegated.
But I'll also put that up to you. We've never had a challenge hard enough that we would get relegated.
Yeah. Well, I will say, like, saving West Brom from relegation and FM 15 was a pretty good moment.
Yeah,
because
we got sacked after like 8 games.
We won games against like Liverpool and Tottenham and like City, I think, in the last 5 games of the season to stay up. And that was after we took them over they were in a relegation position when we took them over. We want to see if we could stay up. So that was pretty impressive. People don't give us credit for that one. They only remember the shit, don't they?
It's true.
They never remember when you do well.
They remember when you leave jobs and get sacked.
Yeah.
That's all they remember. They don't remember the cool parts.
I had to have a conversation with you about that one day because that's our shtick, and you tried to steal it from us.
It's true. Yeah. No, Adam comes on the Twitch feed and just like, you know what? I like these guys. I'm just gonna steal.
I'm gonna copy everything. Yeah. Look, the FC Santa Claus thing, I forgot. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No, it's fine. It was fucking broken.
It was broken as fuck. Anyways. Someone commented on that stream like yesterday. I got a Steam notification that was just like, "Is the FC Santa Claus thing fixed yet?" on the comment section in the
that's funny
in the Steam where
oh my god.
I was like, "Oh god, it's not fixed. It's broken. Just don't.
Yeah,
don't
it's
get your
broken
hopes
forever." I like how that guy, he's like, "Yeah, I think I fixed it," and like sent me the link or whatever. And I tried it. I was like, "Yeah, not fixed yet." He's like, he came back to me like a day and a half later. He's like, "Yeah, it's just." Yeah,
it's just didn't
give me an answer. I was like, you know what? Fair enough. You're doing this for free, but you know, it's disappointing.
Yeah,
it can't be that bad because I'm not paying you for it.
Can you recommend anyone else to make this for us?
Yeah. So you were explaining. So you said that all 3 of our streams are very different. You said Brian is blah blah blah. I want to talk about us now. Or what's your stream, Adam? I want to know what you think your stream is.
I feel like, for the most part, I'm just really relaxed, and I just kind of want to play FM, listen to music, and just hang out.
I'm pretty sure he just told us we're not relaxed, Mark.
Yeah, I think so. God, Adam, you're so rude.
You guys
we invite you on our podcast.
I constantly twist my words.
Like, I remember people telling us that they enjoyed our streams because of how chill it was, and Adam goes, chill. I'm the relaxed one out of the 3.
I'm way more chill.
Me and my beard over here just chilling.
That's probably the only reason 90% of people stay.
I mean,
how does it feel to have 15 to 19-year-old Englishmen love your beard?
I'm kind of concerned, but
right. I think you might get put on a list, Adam. I don't think like it's not your fault, but it's just like, you know, circumstances.
Amanda tells that to me all the time. She's like, all these like 17 to 19-year-olds just fucking love you. I'm like,
it's 14
sorry.
to 19 it's 14 to 19.
They say they're 17. They're 14.
I don't need to know their real ages. If I just think they're 19 years old, I feel a lot better being only 10 years older than them.
Yeah,
true.
Don't worry, guys. We won't drop your names. Your secret's safe with me.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam. I'm 19.
Thank God.
Oh, and it's my podcast.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey,
how does that make you feel, Curtis?
It's not your podcast.
Just
as soon as I created this, I can destroy this.
There you
51-49. I'm thinking, Curtis.
You make comments like that, we're never getting to episode 10, Mark.
Welcome to the worst and final episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
So what do you think our stream is, Adam? I'm curious
now.
Well, you have the cool dynamic of having 2 people at the same time. So if your chat's slow, you guys can just bullshit with each other.
We literally we had a fist fight the other day on stream.
Yeah, we fought each other the other day on stream.
I literally the last time you guys streamed, I jumped in and Curtis took his headphones off, got up, and laid on the couch. I just started laughing,
that'll happen.
And I had to go back to work. I'm like, I can't watch this right now.
I think that was right before we started fighting, actually.
Yeah, I dumped him out of his chair not long after that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
We were in the summer with Freiburg after getting promoted, and we were just so bored. Oh my god, it was so boring.
Well, that's why we decided to fight. I don't like streaming off seasons 90% of the time, but some people like it. They're like, hey, yeah, I want to see how you scout and do all your stuff.
I don't have the damn time. No. I don't have the damn time to not stream during the summers.
Yeah.
We only stream twice a week now.
It's fun, too, because people can see like how you do business and stuff like that, because people do it so much differently when they play the game.
Yeah.
But this is a PSA for all you people who watch streams. We love you. We love your suggestions you make. But don't just sit there and put like 9 million names in chat, because we're not going to... we're either going to have to check them all, because you check one, you check them all.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that takes up the whole thing. We're never going to progress any days. Or, alternatively, we're not going to look at any of them. You guys are just not going to stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's either you don't look at them and you're an asshole, or you look at them and you just feel like, oh, God, I got to look at every single one of these guys now.
Listen. I love all of our Albanian fans. We probably have one. But no Albanian-born player is good enough to play for Milan. sorry to say, I love my Albanians, but it's a fact, and we have to live with it, you know?
Yeah. No, it's a great way to have new people. I think I've mentioned it on this podcast before too. But like when you play in different countries, you often like you play like in different nations in game. You definitely have people. You have people from those countries come to your stream a lot and be like, hey, you know, I see you're playing in, you know, Denmark. I'm Danish. That's so cool. And it's like, oh yeah. He's like, why'd you pick this team? Why'd you do that? And it's like you get to talk to him for a little bit. That's great. When you see that someone's playing in a country that you recognize or you may be from, don't just go there and tell them all the players in their under 19 team. Yeah, because we don't care.
I will say, actually, the one time we were playing for Storm, when we were playing as Storm Godset, and we had a couple Norwegian people in there recommending Norwegian youngsters that we should buy. That was like the one time where I was like, okay, actually, this really helped. Like, there's a couple center backs we picked up. It's like,
and one of them,
this has actually helped.
One of them, or actually two of them in that save were actual players in the game.
Yeah,
that's pretty phenomenal.
One was a Danish kid, and then it was Donza.
It was Donza, yeah. Donza, if you still listen to this, we all miss you. Come back. We really do miss you.
I got really upset when I realized like he wasn't around for a while. I'm like,
he hasn't been around for a long time.
I know.
I'm gonna tweet him. Like as we talk right now, I'm gonna tweet him.
Just tweet at him and be like, is everything okay?
I'm just gonna say,
have you been sold? The transfer window just ended.
Oh my god, maybe he got sold.
Oh, Donza.
I mean, he has a broken leg right now. He wouldn't pass a medical.
Ah, that's true.
It's true.
Yeah, poor Donza. Love that guy. It's the nicest. I think that might be the nicest person I know.
Definitely. He's such a nice dude. He's such a. Oh, he's a good dude.
Also, guys, I just want to point out. So we streamed with Chaz, Mike, Mike Man, West Bromwich Albion. I think is his thing.
Mike Man, WBA.
Yeah, and Ben. We streamed with those three on Sunday.
I listened to most of that.
Oh, it was insane.
That was pure chaos.
But
you're welcome, people.
I got Ben to laugh at one of my jokes.
Nice.
Whoa, goals, baby, goals.
The thing I took most out of it was that Chaz was just mad all the time.
Yeah,
and I just started laughing. I couldn't help it.
We brought this up yesterday with you, Adam, because like we had about 3 people tell us that Chaz seemed really fucking pissed off.
He did.
I didn't think he was that mad. So Chaz, if you listen to if you listen to this, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry we made you mad.
Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry we ruined your day. I feel bad. Please don't hate us. We need your 1,300 YouTube subs to come to our Twitch channel. So I'm very sorry.
Also, Chaz, I'm also sorry for ruining everything you tried to plan and turning into complete chaos.
Yeah.
But just remember, you can't be mad because I did it for the lulz, which means
it's
legally binding. You're not allowed to be mad at me.
It was just a bit of banter, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. See, I'm English now. I called him a pillock on stream.
Oh my god!
Still haven't figured out what that is.
Somebody tweet us, tell us what a pillock is.
I heard James May call fucking Jeremy Clarkson that a couple times. So you know,
we'll just take insults from Top Gear. Just throw them.
I mean, it really works, doesn't it?
That's what we do as Americans.
Yeah. That's how I get all my English insults is from Top Gear. Shout out to Top Gear.
Great show.
Good show.
Quick. Great show. Great show.
Remember, guys, you don't have to like Cars to enjoy that show if you've never watched it.
So after FMA'd, we became best friends. Me and Adam.
We pretty much did.
Me and Adam and John we're the 3-man brunch party. We're best friends now.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure I talk to Adam more than you do. So easy.
You do. But I
Me
blame
and Curtis
that
talk
on,
way more often.
I blame that on timing.
He's still not sick of me though, which is amazing.
Well, we have some pretty good combo.
I'm always disappointed when I get on to Discord and I'm like, oh, I missed an entire chat or like people talking to each other on chat. It's just like I'm either like playing CS, so I can't like just be clicking in and out because gotta be playing CS.
Exactly.
Or like I'm sleeping because I'm a scumbag and I sleep a lot. Or like it's Friday night and I'm in bed at like 9 o'clock. Or it's like
Mark. This does seem like a you problem.
It is a me problem, and it's disappointing because I'd like to talk to Adam more. But it started
because you have to go to bed at like 9 o'clock on Fridays, and I genuinely don't like to go out on Fridays.
Be alone.
It's a perfect chill night, and it's like, well, I can't hang out with Mark, but I'm gonna be watching Brian Gendo stream, and Adam is as well. So we might as well be on Discord together. It's actually started on Skype because we've been doing this for a while. And like I bet the last like I don't know what you say, Adam, like 5 weeks on Friday nights we've just been chatting while we watch Brian.
Pretty much. It comes down to like Amanda will play something and we'll just be watching Brian and just chatting about random shit.
Exactly.
Yep. So what I'm getting from this is it's because of me that you guys do this all the time. You're welcome, you two.
Exactly.
No
Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
You should
no problem.
You should probably apologize to Adam because he will get sick of me pretty fast.
Well, no, okay. So
realize what he's doing.
Me and Curtis were on Discord with Adam the other what was that, Saturday night?
That's Curtis and I, Mark, but go on.
Curtis and I, yep, fuck you. I think it was Saturday night.
I don't remember.
And we were playing World of Warcraft for the first time ever, me and
Oh
Curtis.
my god. Are we going to talk about
Jesus
this?
Christ.
We'll leave out some details.
We're going to leave out some
reasons that
details
we know.
because of personal reasons.
Reasons that we know.
The three of us know, but nobody else needs to know.
That nobody else will ever know. But we were on Discord with Adam while we were trying World of Warcraft for the first time. I think we were in that Discord for maybe 3 hours, like of just me, you, and Adam.
Time,
maybe 2.5.
Time was no longer... It was no longer a physical thing for me anymore.
Yeah, World of Warcraft will do that to you.
Yeah, that's...
And I can't believe Adam didn't like get on a plane and come and murder you guys. Because like I almost did. Like I almost came to the basement and just like took a hammer to your fucking computer because I was so annoyed with you. But goddamn, dude.
Yeah, that's me for you.
God damn.
The thing is, when both of you are talking to each other, especially about like a game, like whether it's WoW or like you guys are trying to get something done, it's hysterical because you two agitate each other so well.
This is what I was gonna say about Adam, and this is one of the reasons I love you, Adam. You find me funny, and nobody else in the world does.
It's true.
I'm not a funny person.
Of things funny.
This is what I like to surround myself with people who just find everything funny. Mark Lang, if you're listening, which I know you're not because you're a schmuck and a ginger.
Schmuck, yeah, absolute schmuck.
Mine's pretty cool.
He literally laughs at every joke ever, which makes me feel like the funniest dude in the world because you don't even have to make a joke.
It really boosts your ego, which I'm not really a fan of because I worked for the last 19 years to like chisel that down.
Listen, you do the same thing when you're around Langer and he laughs at every joke. You have like a shit-eating grin on because no matter what you say, he finds funny.
Yeah, no, but that's just because I'm hilarious. So,
and Adam is also Adam also finds me funny, which makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah,
so.
there you go.
I also evidently have a distinctive laugh, so people just
you do
that for some reason.
Yeah.
You have a good tone to you for someone who's from New Jersey.
Yeah. You would talk like a schmuck.
I guess it's more so because I'm raised by Spanish parents and not like people that lived in New Jersey the whole time.
Yeah, you went a bit Jersey.
Spanish?
You went a bit Jersey the other night though. I forget.
On Smite.
When we were playing Smite, you went a bit Jersey.
Man, we played me, Curtis, and Langer played Smite until like 3:30 last night.
Did you guys really?
Fuck. Adam, the last game we got into, it was like. Yeah, about 2:30, maybe just a little bit after, and we're like, "Hey, last game for the night, let's do it." It lasted 55 minutes.
The game lasted 55 minutes.
Were you playing Joust?
Yeah. No.
We're playing Conquest.
Oh. It was a 55-minute game though.
Jesus Christ!
And one dude on our team carried us by getting 43 kills, and we still lost.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was hilarious. I blame it on. I think I got carpal tunnel last night. It's not like we started playing. We played Smite for almost 12 hours yesterday, Curtis. Like 12 hours straight.
Mark, I hate to break it to you, but it might have been more.
No, we started playing at 4.
I don't
4
know.
in the afternoon.
I had Discord up all day, and you guys were playing Smite for quite a long time.
I think it was closer
11
to 2.
hours.
I think it was closer to 2 because it was literally right when we got out of the conversation after the stream.
No, because I was gonna play. I got upstairs at around 3:30ish, 3:15, and I was gonna play a game of Counter-Strike. But I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna start playing Smite at like 4 or 5ish," and then I didn't end up playing Counter-Strike. But we had started at probably 3:45, 4 o'clock-ish is when we ended up starting Smite.
And we played till almost 4 in the morning.
Yeah, we played till 3:30.
Jesus Christ,
that's amazing.
Yeah. That's and then we helped my sister move today.
That had to have been thrilling.
It was a whole thing.
Welcome to the lives of the brunch party.
This is the third time we've had to help her move.
I had the conversation with Adam, but I guess we can talk about it on podcast to people. But
I mean, it wasn't interesting. Or
PSA:
anything, so.
If you're moving, just don't ask people. Just fucking do it yourself.
Do it
No,
yourself.
see, because I felt bad for Jacob.
Yeah, he would have to
If
do
it
a
wasn't,
lot, but like,
yeah, if it wasn't for us, he would have done that all himself. Like, I mean, he wouldn't have been able to take those couches down or anything.
Mark,
so.
if someone asked you to help them move and been
Yeah.
like, hey, you can either help me or pitch in like $50 to hire a mover, would you pitch the $50?
Depending on what they're gonna give me if I help them move. Like, if it's like I'll give you pizza and beer to help me move, I'm like, absolutely, sure, fuck it, whatever. I can do like 8 hours of moving and get pizza and beer out of it instead of paying $50 my own money to get them to move. But I like that idea.
Because like,
Just being like, instead of asking someone, just be like, hey, it's either like give me 8 hours of your time or $50.
because it may like that was a rewardless move today.
We would have got pizza, but we dipped early.
That's because it was 6 hours in, and you can't handle that woman for 6 hours. Let's be honest.
No, it's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Sister Brunch, we'll call her.
Yeah. Somebody called her Lady Brunch on stream that. I was like,
Nope.
Don't say that.
Nope.
Don't say that. But yeah, no, yeah. Moving's a whole thing, but everyone knows that.
Yeah,
It's just annoying because it was the third time we've had to help her move in 3 years. So
that's a little brutal.
yeah, and she got like all of her furniture from my Oma, who's 80, and all of her furniture is from the 1940s.
So
Basically.
it's either heavy or falling apart.
It's both.
Nice.
Heavy and
Like,
falling apart.
like, her one couch is just a tree. I think I'm pretty sure it's only a tree.
It's a solid tree.
It's just a tree. Yeah, it's a trunk of a tree is what her couch is. It is probably 70 pounds for this little piece of shit couch.
Mark, do normal human beings have to help people move as much as you and I?
How many times do you think we've had to help someone move?
If you break Oma's move down to two moves, because it pretty well was 2 moves, she like moved all her stuff out and then moved like a couple weeks later moved a bunch of stuff to a new place.
yeah,
If you count Oma's as 2 moves in the last year, like 1 year from this date, we're looking at 5 moves.
and then all together it'd be I think 8 moves.
No. It was like 5 different. It's a solid 5.
No, but I'm saying like all the like how many times we've helped people move in our lifetime. It was been what 8 I think.
No, you and I are gonna have different numbers.
Okay, I think for mine's 8. Yours might be a bit more. It's either
If
7 or 8.
you include like even us just moving into this house, we're over 8 because of how much that was.
Yeah,
Because that was like 3 weeks straight of moving. You can count at least 3 in there.
that's
Moving to Heidelberg.
moving sucks.
Fuck moving.
It does. It really.
How many
does.
times have you moved, Adam?
Moved out of my parents' house when I was 22. Then I moved again. Hold on.
I was beating you, Curtis.
That's the
Literally
sign I
counting.
should leave. Okay, see you later. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I did that. I've moved 4 times. 1, 2.
And each time it gets harder and harder, doesn't it?
It's more so because you have so much. You acquire more shit the more times you move.
Do you live in an apartment or like a house?
No, I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, okay. So at least there's not like that much stuff.
What's your
our
building
one
like
move,
though?
You'd be surprised how much stuff I've fit into a 1-bedroom apartment.
No,
Yeah.
fair enough.
And
But,
like, what's your building like? Are you moving upstairs, or you got a good elevator, or what's going on?
Luckily, it's just it's more of a complex, so it's like just a first floor and a second floor, which is sweet.
Yeah,
So,
see, that's golden.
old apartment, I was on the second floor, so it kind of sucked bringing like the couch down and the bed down and the bed frame down. But now that we're on a first floor apartment, it's way better. Moving it in
Golden.
was
Beautiful.
amazing.
Beautiful. My sister,
Did John help you?
she was on a 4th floor apartment in a building with no elevator.
That's
Yeah.
Don't
brutal.
fucking do that.
Mm-hmm.
Pay the
That's
extra
not-
money.
That's not
Get
even
her on
nice.
the bottom floor.
The move from our old house to this one, basically me and Curtis did the entire thing, and it's a 3-story house that had been basically neglected for 17 years.
Oh no.
So yeah, that was oof. That took, I'm pretty sure, a week and a half to move that entire thing.
You mean the move from our old place to this house?
Yeah.
That was just so much stuff. Like, it's one of those
Yeah.
things where it's like we were in that house for
16 years.
16 years. And like never moved anything out. We had like a storage room just like stacked to the ceiling full of just shit. Like the house wasn't in bad shape or anything like that. It was a beautiful new home, like especially compared to this one. It was like a beautiful new decent sized home. We moved into a smaller place because we could downscale. But holy fuck, that was 3 weeks of moving, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
I literally took 3 months off of work.
Jesus.
To do everything that needed to be done when we're dealing with switching houses.
Yeah, because also this house needed a shit ton of work too.
Yeah, we moved into like a very old like Mennonite home that was just like, yeah, not up to the standards of what a home should be.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by that I mean no
I'm
internet,
sure
no cable.
I'm sure people and Adam are sick of moving talk.
Moving stories.
Yeah, that was just our whole day today, so it was a little annoying. That's been on our mind.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's been a couple things that have happened to me, but we don't need to talk about that.
We can wrap it up and say if you have people move, always offer them things when they are moving.
give them either food, beer, or money.
Yeah.
One of the three.
All those three things are appreciated.
If you give all three, you're the best.
Oh. You'll be loved. People will help you move for days.
Yeah. Shout out
move
to my
again,
Oma.
they're going to be coming and ask you, not you asking them.
That was the one thing about my Oma's move. She was all about food, beer, and money. So
yeah, she was very good about that.
Yeah. But anyways, Adam, Deportivo drew today. I saw that on the TV while I was getting a sub.
I was working, but I conveniently had a friend Snapchatting me during the beginning of the game.
Of course.
Yeah, they did. They drew with did they play Rayo Vallecano?
Yes, they did.
Was it Callum Snapchatting you?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
It was more so because Callum likes to give me shit for like anything Deportivo, and everybody.
He's a Barcelona fan from England.
The thing
that.
is, like, I don't mind it, and a lot of people are like, especially when it comes to like Spanish football, it's like, oh my god, do you like Deportivo? That's so weird. I'm like,
I love that you say that.
It's just how I say Deportivo. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Well, Adam.
It's
do you want to say it one more time, please, for the listeners?
Maybe I'll say it at the end.
Oh,
just list off every Spanish team in the top division for us, real quick.
I can. Do you want me to bring up the table?
In a nice accent.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say. I'm going to say save that to the end because we're probably going to hit the end and we're going to hit a football part of the podcast at the end.
Definitely.
True.
Especially because today is transfer window, but we're going to get into it too much. We should keep the football to the end.
I was really going to bring up was how much Spanish do you know, Adam?
I understand it more than I can speak it. So it's like if somebody talks to me in Spanish, I get the gist of what they're trying to say, and I could hold like a really shitty conversation.
Okay.
But
I know how to say uno mas. so
I mean, if you go to a bar, that's pretty good then.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Slam told me too. Yeah. I think Spanish is a language I want to learn, but I won't actually go and learn a new language myself. I'm just too lazy. I tried to learn German about 15 times.
You would think German would be the easiest for us, considering it's like based off of like an English. It's an English.
And
base.
I mean, like, it's not. I don't know. Like, we were talking about a stream the other day, but like, I spent like the first like 7 years of my life. Well, like 5 years of my life, 4 years of my life, really. Just like at my grandparents' house, at my Oma and Ota's, who just spoke German all the time to each other.
Oh, that's cool.
So like I couldn't speak it or anything because I could fucking barely speak English because I was a dumb kid. But like
I was a dumb kid, trust me.
I wasn't. I wasn't.
He was.
But like I could understand what they were talking about with some things. There's like a story my Oma always brings up about how they were talking about one of her friends that had passed away, and like they were talking in German, and I was in the back seat. Was like, who died, which was weird. Yeah, that's like a weird thing. But you know, I can say like Guten Tag. So
there you go. I just like how German sounds 90% of the time. And
it's great.
Everyone always goes, "Oh, it sounds angry." I'm like, not really. So
there's two Germans. Austrian German is a very, very angry German. Yeah, Austrian German's very, very harsh to hear compared to like a very natural Bavarian German.
Yeah. I just like the name of like German football teams. I'm gonna keep bringing it to football because I'm sorry, but it's like,
oh no, it's fine. That's what this podcast.
It's like if you saw the word Stuttgart, you're like, yeah, it's Stuttgart, but it's Stuttgart. And it's like, oh, that sounds so nice. It sounds so like fucking tough.
Funny you mentioned that because I love me some Stuttgart.
See, it's funny you say it sounds tough, but I always say it with a slightly higher voice because it makes me laugh.
Oh yeah, it's like a strudel. I always think of it as a strudel. You know. Ooh, strudel.
So no, you know what I always think of? Like every time I think of a German accent, I think of the two Germans that buy the power plant in The Simpsons in like season 4.
He is from the east and I am from the west. He wants to become now an even bigger company.
Hello, my name is Hans.
No, but yeah, no, I love saying. Me and Curtis have done a couple of network saves in Germany, and I was Bayer Leverkusen. I think I always turn it, like, whenever I say that though, I always turn into it like a Dutchman. It's a lot more Dutch than it is German when I say things.
Is
like
that Dutch? I mean, they're close, right?
Leverkusen.
They're close, so it's all right.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing, am I right, guys?
There you go.
Correct.
Now we've just pissed off like
no, see, because they always do that with us.
Yeah,
with us.
That's
Canadian.
true. You're Canadian. You don't know football.
You're Canadian.
Yeah,
You're
like,
basically America.
Yeah.
When Mike thought Niagara Falls and Toronto were on opposite sides of the country, which is funny.
I get it more as that you're American. You call it soccer, and I'm like, yeah, I do. What are you gonna do about it?
And you know the thing is, we call it football. The only time we don't use football is literally when we're talking about American football and comparing it with football.
Yeah,
it's hard to be like, yeah, football's like this, but football, it's like that. So it's just like,
or when we talk about the MLS.
Yeah. It's just like, it's so much easier to be like, yeah, when you're playing football, it's a lot different than when you're playing soccer. It's like,
right.
And then people are like, oh, soccer.
Yep.
I actually enjoy how Brian retorts to that. He's like, it's association football, so suck my dick. That's pretty much what he's saying, and I'm like, that's amazing.
Beautiful.
Oh God.
Yeah, I feel bad for shout out here. I feel bad for Soccer with Brian because he was BF Cookie, which was a great account. I love BF Cookie. BF Cookie came by all the time, and then his Twitter was Soccer with Brian, and he would tweet stuff out,
you know what?
And people wouldn't associate the accounts. I did immediately.
I didn't know that they were the same person.
People wouldn't associate the accounts, and him as he's a marketing guy as well, so he's like, oh, brand this. So he went on Twitch, got the name Soccer with Brian, and like. Anytime he's in chats, you always get the one person like, soccer. It's like, dude, he's American. Just leave it alone.
Exactly.
Just leave it alone.
It's like, do you yell at Italians for calling it something different? Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Also, shout out to Soccer with Brian for over the last week, he just like went and listened to every single one of these and would just tweet us about every episode, and we wouldn't know what he was talking about. But we're just like, oh yeah, I sort of remember talking about that. Like. What I got from him tweeting us is just we yell about things. We don't yell about anything specific, but we just yell about things.
He tweeted us a quote at one point, and we could not figure out for the life of us what we were quoting. And
we
to
think
this point, we have a relatively good guess, but we still don't know what he was quoting from.
I think it was either. We don't know who said it either. It was either me or Curtis that something along the lines of. He's a goddamn douchebag fucker, but damn, could he play?
I think he's a goddamn douchey son of a douche bitch or something like that. It was like a lot of swears
and
in there.
I think we were talking. I think we were talking about Jack White. Is the thing?
I think it was Jack White. It must be
because we had that with. But goddamn, could he play a guitar?
Yeah,
which is true if we're honest. He is a goddamn douche.
He's kind of a dick face.
So
he can play guitar.
I also know Adam as the biggest Train fan in the world, and we're talking about music now.
I do not like Train.
Can you make it clear? Like, what type of music are you into, man? What's your like musical
Who
sound?
the fuck is Train?
Oh God, you've never heard that? Oh God damn.
He doesn't watch your streams, Adam. I do. Don't worry.
Okay,
all right. Never heard like this stupid "Hey Soul Sister" song?
Oh, I know who Train is.
Yeah, exactly. When that song was popular, that thing followed us, and me and John literally called it. We would get trained. Because it just pop in random places. I'm like, shit. I'd text me like, shit, Train's fucking following me. This is bullshit.
They started 1993.
Yeah, they've been
Train's old
around
shit.
for a very long time.
God damn.
Why is this... Okay, hold on. We're stopping Train talk right now. I do not want to talk about Train.
So who's your favorite Train? Is it Patrick Monahan? Is it
Thomas the Tank?
Okay. That's fair. That's a good
It's
answer.
not Hector Maldonado?
No, so other than Train, what is your music styling? Because we talk about it, I think, a lot on Fridays.
Yeah.
Because I sometimes get confused about music that gets played.
Yeah, because
anyway. What's your go-to on music?
Real quick.
Yes.
Whenever I'm in your streams, which is apparently never, according to Curtis, but like literally every song that comes on, I'm like, oh, I like this song.
Yeah, it's
like
Train.
Every song that you have on your goddamn stream at it, like your playlist is perfect. It's probably not a playlist. You probably just have your music on shuffle, I would assume.
He jumps around playlists for sure.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
The one is Dance.
Yeah, Dan
the Divs.
Shout out to Dan the Div for the sweet podcast. The sweet podcast. Fucking Christ. Sweet playlist.
Please. Good tunes you got in your stream, Adam.
We heard the other ones once in there.
Yeah. We did. I have a sign, or I have a note from them. They sent me a note once, Adam.
Nice.
Yeah, because I bought their album twice by accident.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, I should say I bought their album, and then they sent it, like I pre-ordered it, and then they sent me another one like a week later, and then Kurt's like, "Can I have it?" And I was like, "No, it's mine." So,
yeah, it's my life.
Yeah,
the funny thing is, like, my stream music is not what I listen to normally. Like, I listen to it because it's like it's relaxing. It's like I can chill to it, and it's like, cool. I'm in the mood for this right now.
Yeah.
So what? You just love gangster rap?
I do not hate it. I enjoy it sometimes.
There you go.
But
See, I'm learning.
If I'm driving, it depends. Like, usually I'm listening to like something like Blind Guardian, so like power metal.
Yes, okay.
Like,
I feel like you and Brian have similar music tastes.
we do, because
which is just everything.
Do you like Norwegian death metal?
I am a big fan of death metal and
Norwegian
variety.
black metal.
One of my favorite bands, and I'm gonna say their name wrong, is Amon Amarth.
Are they a Norwegian
I know
black
them.
metal band?
I know
They're a Norwegian metal band.
Yeah.
They are fucking incredible.
I always pronounce
interesting.
it Amon Amarth, but
Yeah, that makes more sense.
yeah.
This is very interesting.
Yeah, you kind of seemed like a metal guy, but I never
Yeah,
really
I
wanted
would
to
have
bring
thought that too.
Mark and I were both big metal people in high school.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were.
It's like, oh god,
I once saw Cancer Bats. So.
It's weird because like I listen in phases. Like some days I'll be like, I just want to fucking listen to Slayer and Black
fair game.
Sabbath, like and Iron Maiden, and
The one for us where that happens is just like, let's just listen to Alexis on Fire all night.
There you go.
Well, that's just me every day. To be fair,
I mean, it happens a lot, but yeah.
I love Alexa on Fire.
There's certain nights where like Alexis on Fire doesn't get switched off. As well.
Yeah, I saw them live a couple months ago.
Nice.
Do you like? Do you know any Canadian metal bands? Do you listen to any Canadian metal bands, Adam?
If you said a couple names, I probably would be like, yeah, I think I listen to them, but I wouldn't know if they're specifically Canadian.
Have you ever listened to Cancer Bats before?
No, but that's an awesome band name.
It's a fantastic band.
I'm surprised you haven't listened to Cancer Bats. That seems like if you're talking about Slayer and stuff like that, you'd be a Cancer Bats guy.
Do you actually know who Alexa on Fire is?
I've listened to them before, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
That is fair.
God, I don't know.
It's weird. I like metal, but then like if me and Amanda are hanging out, we'll listen to a lot of stuff that I listen to on stream. But then I'll listen to other bands like Murder by Death, which you would think would be the greatest metal band name ever. They're like a folky indie rock band, and they're
nice,
fucking awesome. I saw that was the last concert I went to.
So it's funny. It's actually this is really
amazing.
funny. I was just doing a little background, like looking into some stuff while you guys were having a conversation. Professionalism here. So Adam, you're coming to Toronto in May, which is cool as shit because you're going to be the very first person that we have ever met that we met through Twitch, which is super cool.
Right.
Like met in person.
It will be very cool.
Amon Amarth is playing in Toronto like a couple days before you get here.
Oh fuck, really?
At my favorite music hall right by where you're staying.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks and is amazing at the same time. I've never seen them live. That's like one of the things, and they've played pretty close to me because I live in New Jersey, but I live incredibly close to train stations, so I can get into the city and get into Philly relatively easily.
Yeah.
Philly's more of a driving kind of thing.
Dude,
but New York City is stupid easy. We could, technically.
He lives in Connecticut, but he goes to Philly all the damn time.
Amanda likes Philly, too. Amanda's my wife. No one, I don't think I've ever said that.
Amanda is Adam's wife, who's a fantastic human being and my favorite Pita in the world. Even
other than John.
Maybe even more than John, actually. Amanda, you're hearing it now.
That's like up in the air, but I could see where you're coming from.
The stream appreciates Amanda because she just gives no form of a shit about Football Manager,
and it's amazing.
Oh god, it's hilarious.
Have you showed her Girlfriend versus FM yet?
I haven't. I have to sit her down and just show her because I remember said I'm like, oh yeah, it's like 25 minutes long, and Ben's like, no, it fucking isn't.
You couldn't keep
Elliot would never release a video that long.
You couldn't keep Elliot in front of Football Manager for more than 25 minutes.
Well, they made like what was it, like 4 episodes? Like
yeah,
you got about like 40 minutes worth of content.
Yeah, but once you watch the first one, you'll just immediately watch the 3 and laugh your ass off, and then tweet Ben, which he probably gets a lot, but you should tweet him saying when is Girlfriend versus FM coming back.
True.
It's very true.
It's very true. But yeah, you are coming to Toronto, and we're
Yeah.
gonna hang out. I don't know how long we're gonna hang out for, but
I mean, we'll be up there for 4 full days.
damn.
Yeah.
We can come up every single damn day. We
mean,
could just
if you
ruin
wanted.
your vacation.
No, we got to give them a vacation without us, Mark.
we could
Goddamn.
just
He'll
ruin
never
their
talk to me
vacation.
again on Friday nights if we do that.
The thing is, Amanda's like, we're gonna hang out with them, right? I'm like, yeah, I think that's the plan. I think we're gonna hang out with them at least once.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would hope
you can
so.
have me for the whole weekend if you need. So,
Yeah.
but I'm
We're
sure
gonna do
you'll
like
have
some
some time on your
touristy
own.
shit.
You do
We're
your
gonna-
touristy shit, and then like come, right before you leave, we'll pop out. You're staying in an Airbnb,
Yes.
so we'll just get like we don't even have to go anywhere. We can just get annihilated at your Airbnb.
We could.
We can
Crash
get
there and we'll drive home the
hilariously
next day.
drunk.
Well, the reason I
Perfect.
went Airbnb was because it's a full apartment, so it has like a kitchen and everything. So I'm like, okay, we don't have to go out every time. I can actually
Yeah, you
cook.
don't need to spend a shit ton of money on food.
Exactly. So it's
And
like I can make
instead
breakfasts.
instead of going to a loud shitty bar and spending
Yeah.
all our money there,
right,
we can just bring beer.
see Amanda's gonna want to
yeah.
go to that loud shitty bar.
You guys can do that, and then we'll come and we'll get drunk.
We'll get drunk
we can
anyway.
no, we'll go to Sneaky D's for some beers.
We'll
and
go
back
sneaky D's
and
from beers, then we'll go to your place,
I'm
have more
down.
beers.
have more beers, crash at your Airbnb. You can just leave me on the floor.
Or I'll go to like a park or whatever.
Oh
do
my
my
God.
Yeah,
thing.
we could sleep in the park.
I mean, it'll
Yeah.
be in
Nice
May.
parks,
What's
you
the
know.
weather like when in May?
Oh, it's
That's-
nice and warm in May.
Same that you guys have in May.
Yeah.
All right, so it's like t-shirt, jeans, like solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So sometimes shorts depending on the day.
Yeah. This May was very warm. The year previous was very cold. There you go. I'll tell you that.
It snowed on his birthday one year here. So
That's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
hmm
That was a sad day. I usually like
What-
golfing
what-
by my birthday, but no.
All right. Do you want to say what days you're coming, or is that too like, oh, I don't want some English kid to fly to Toronto and murder me?
I don't think you should be that worried. And Toronto's a big
I'm
city.
really
You gotta
not.
hunt him down in a big city too.
yeah, but
mean-
like he's got a big beard, so you know.
Have you been to
I mean,
Toronto?
I'm sure there's a lot of people with big beards in Toronto.
It's
Yeah, no,
it's
that's true.
lumber sexual city in Toronto right
Oh
now.
my god, then I'm gonna have to shave.
No,
No,
you'll fit
I
in
mean,
nicely. Don't
That's
worry.
Saskatoon, my friend.
That too. Well, I mean, it's most of Canada at this point, isn't it?
I want to share the most Canadian thing I read on Twitter today. 8,200 people in Saskatoon got in a snowball fight the other day and broke the world record for biggest snowball fight ever. And that is the most Saskatoon thing I have ever heard.
It was
That's pretty
how many people? Sorry,
8,200 people.
I'm amazed there's
That's
that
all
many
of
people.
Saskatoon.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm amazed there's that many people in Saskatoon.
Yeah.
Like actually,
So, my uncle, well, our uncle Kevin and aunt, like our aunt and uncle live in Saskatoon. I've spent like 2 summers in Saskatoon, and it's like the weirdest, most hip country town in the world. It's a fantastic city. I love it. But yeah, that's such a Saskatoon thing to
yeah.
to have the biggest snowball fight ever. They broke a world record, which is just hilarious. Did my Skype crash?
No.
No, we're still here.
Are you guys there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hello?
Mark.
Hey.
Oh, here we go.
Mark,
There
you're
we
not
go.
supposed to draw attention to that stuff when you're supposed to
Well, I
quietly
didn't,
you're supposed to
No,
quietly
it's-
figure it out. While
I mean, when we have
dab.
Skype, it's fine. I mean, people know that there's gonna be problems.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah, we'll have-
happens in the next episode.
Ooh.
But I am genuinely excited for you to come to Toronto,
Yeah.
man.
I
We'll
am very
definitely
excited as well.
sort something out for something fun to do.
I'm super pumped just because it's going to be the first vacation I'm going to have since my honeymoon.
Oh man, you're just gonna get ruined by us. That's a lot of pressure for us to ruin you.
Yeah.
Dude, no. If we just hang out and maybe catch a game or something, like
Yeah,
I'm
see-
fucking
Oh,
See,
yes.
it just so happens that the weekend that Adam's showing up, I guess we're dating it now, but the weekend that Adam shows up is my birthday weekend and the TFC home opener. So it seems
Yep.
like we might try to get out there for that TFC game.
If we can
Yeah.
finagle getting to that, if they play what, FC Dallas or
FC
something?
Dallas, yeah.
That'll
I mean,
be a good game.
It's really not that hard to get tickets.
No,
Like
it's
it's not
not.
hard at
Yeah.
all. If you guys give us like 2 weeks in advance, be like, yeah, I do want to go to this game, then we can get 4 tickets easily.
Yeah, we'll probably just buy some cheap nosebleeds because I mean we'll just go for the lulls.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's as long as you have a decent view, like I don't give a fuck.
You get a
We
decent
can
view
drink-
anywhere, man.
Yeah, BMO's there's no bad view.
There's
at
no bad
BMO.
view. You can be all the way at the top. It's just
It's like Red Bull
Yeah,
Arena.
crowd
Red Bull
interaction.
Arena is great for that too.
Mhm.
yeah.
God, I was looking at pictures of CenturyLink the other day, and Jesus fucking Christ, man, that place is insane.
It's ridiculous.
Oh,
When you
God.
get to some of those big places, like I'm curious, like there's a few of our listeners have had the opportunity to go to Wembley and stuff like that.
Mm.
I can't imagine what it would be like to be high up at Wembley.
high up and plus with like 90,000 people.
90,000
Holy
people at the
shit.
back of one. Like, I couldn't even imagine, because we've been to like the very top row at ACC,
Yeah.
and that seemed like I was gonna fall off the edge of the earth because the earth is flat. I couldn't even imagine, and that's like what? How many people is ACC, Mark?
55, I think.
I gotta look it up.
Here, I got this.
I bet it's a lot less than we think it is. I bet it's like 17,000.
Oh my god, this is bullshit.
What?
19,800.
800.
No way.
No fucking.
And we
way.
were at the
That's
very top of
bullshit.
that, and I felt like I was gonna fall off the edge of the world.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, well there you
So
go.
could you imagine being at the top of one of those arenas that has
I could only imagine.
upwards of 100,000?
It sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
Like going to like the Camp Nou in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
One, I would love to. Two, oh my god, it's too tall.
Or even like
No. What
What's-
about Michigan Stadium?
yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Michigan Stadium. Michigan Stadium is 107,000,
Yeah.
That's absurd.
and they're all drunk university students. How
Yeah.
does no one die in that every single game?
I have no idea.
I thought
Like,
I was
honestly,
done.
I'm looking at a
They
picture
eventually
here.
get nice.
Like it's. Oh my god.
I
That
was
is
so
insane.
I was, after sitting up in that high of altitude at the ACC, watching the Raptors play, looking down the whole game. I was so confused that we couldn't find a car for 2.5 hours. Now that's a story you gotta listen to with the Slam Keo podcast if you want to hear it.
To be fair, though, ACC is 19,000 people, but it basically just goes straight up.
It does go straight up,
Like
because it's a
Michigan
hockey.
State,
That's
like
weird.
Michigan
Yeah.
Stadium, just like it's just wide,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's not high or anything. It's
can't-
just super wide.
Yeah, you don't have as much area to cover in a hockey arena that you do as like a football
It's
pitch,
very
right?
true.
Now, like Kyle Field, like Texas A&M
Yeah,
Stadium,
A&M.
that would be sketchy to be at. Like that goes way up there.
Again, all drunk university students too.
It's
Like,
also true.
Oh fuck!
I
LA
watched The
Memorial
Simpsons.
Coliseum
They
is
went
also-
to a fucking race and Maud got shot off the top row. How does that not happen at every Texas A&M game?
Actually, LA Memorial Coliseum is actually it would be really sketchy to be at as well. That's where the Trojans play.
So basically what I'm getting at is, if anyone's been at the top of one of those like upwards of like 60, 70,000 seaters,
Yeah.
what is it like?
I could only imagine.
I couldn't imagine.
The thing is, like at that point, like, can you even see the field properly?
Yeah,
Like, I guess it depends
so.
on how high it relatively goes, because I'm sure eventually it's like, okay, we just need to keep going wider and wider.
I was at the
Like,
very
I'm-
top of Ford Field, and I actually really enjoyed the view from up there. Which Ford Field is where the Detroit Lions play, for those who don't know NFL stuff.
Good old NFL.
Good old NFL. Good old Detroit, am I right?
I'm looking at Wembley right now, and it also doesn't seem like. I mean, it's obviously high, as like it's really high because it's 90,000 people, but it's also just very, very wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what I mean, I know there's that. I forget which stadiums, like the Boca River Derby. I've seen videos from that, and one of their stadiums, I think it's Boca Stadium, has like a really terrifying stand on it where it just like goes straight up, and there's a fuck ton of people in it.
Absolutely not.
Like, I mean, I just wouldn't want to go to. Well, I mean, I'd probably love to go to that derby because of the atmosphere, but
Yeah.
like, it would just be, whew,
Yeah, fuck that.
it'd be real scary. I'm looking at a picture right now, and there's literally just an entire stand on fire.
That's
Oh,
like
fuck
my
that.
life goal is to go to just be like those Copa 90 guys and just go to
Derby
like, every
days?
single derby.
Right?
Oh
Yeah.
goddamn, dude.
Be
Life
fantastic.
goal.
I
Yeah.
have I don't know if
If I
I've
was
told
better,
this.
I could do that.
I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast before, but I have a friend who's a massive Dortmund fan, and him and his girlfriend might be traveling to Germany next year.
Please tell me
And-
you're gonna go to Signal Iduna Park. Oh
Well,
my
he's
god.
he's like if we go to Germany, I have to go to a Dortmund. Like, you cannot. I don't care if you want to do something else during that day, but you can't stop me from going to a Dortmund game. And I want to do my best to sit in the wall, in the yellow wall.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Oh my god.
And she was like, "Oh, that sounds fine." He's like, "No, like I have to show you stuff on this for you to understand before you make the decision, because
Yeah, and like you don't want to be there, probably.
yeah, you can't get involved if you don't
Yeah.
know what you're getting involved in." So
It's very true.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see. He's also a
That'd be
Liverpool fan.
insane.
He's also a Liverpool fan. He was
That's
trying.
interesting.
He was trying to educate her a bit on Liverpool every just as he was watching, trying to get her somewhat educated so she knows what he's watching. And I guess now all she does is chirp him about being a Liverpool fan.
Fair enough.
She doesn't even watch footy, but she just chirps him from being a Liverpool fan.
I could just imagine the text like, "Hey, so Benteke kind of sucks."
Yeah,
well,
that's probably been a lot lately.
Jesus,
I guess he told me she's made like 2 or 3 like "you'll never walk alone" jokes to him and stuff like that. Where he's like, "Where are you getting this?
Do you go on Reddit or something?" Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start it. We're gonna start talking about footy now.
I think it's a good time to talk about
We're
footy.
55 minutes in.
We're footy people.
All right, so last week, Slam Keo said Stoke City were going to come in 5th place, and he texted me today and he said that is looking closer and closer to being true. I think Stoke's gonna be 5th this year. They signed Mbula today from Porto, who has done fantastic in the last 2 years of Champions League. I don't watch the Portuguese league, so I don't really know how well he's been then or there. But goddamn Stoke, like, stop being so good at everything.
Oh my god, though.
You're not. You're. What happens to the days of Peter Crouch and being bad? I need that to happen again.
See,
Doesn't matter now they have Bojan.
They spent $23 million on a player, which seems like such a not Stoke thing to do.
Yeah,
like,
but
Stoke
it's
seems
the
like
Stoke
the type
of a
of
new generation.
Stoke seems like the new type of team to either buy people who are up on the free agents that are their contracts are expiring, or buy like every random Englishman for £4 million.
That's the thing. That's what the Stoke used to do.
Right?
But now they're like, we're gonna become like a real PL team and be good. Which fair enough, because they're probably gonna come fucking 4th or 5th. Like, I mean, they also like fucking 5 ex-Barca players right now.
Yeah, Stoke
which is
Alona,
like,
all day.
Can't be that bad if they're ex-Barca, right?
Wow.
I mean, it depends.
I mean, it's something though, right?
Yeah.
It's like they're going like ex-Middlesbrough to ex-Barca. What do you want?
I also think it's like it's the TV money too that they have now.
That's exactly
No,
it.
absolutely.
Newcastle have spent like, I think
They spent like fucking 300 million.
Yeah.
They
like,
brought
Jesus
Doumbia in.
Christ.
They brought Doumbia in on the deadline day. I'm sitting here like,
They bought Shelby.
I'm like, wow. With Doumbia, I made the tweet today, but with Doumbia and Emenike, both in the PL, that would have gave like every person who played Ultimate Team for FIFA 13 would literally be in tears right now. They would be the happiest person in the world because they could make the sweatiest team ever with both Doumbia and Emenike up top.
They would just crush everything.
By the way, Chris, it was 24 million euros, so it was actually only like 18 million.
Way to go, Stoke!
pounds.
You got to keep that under 20 for me, guys.
Yeah, keep that under 20, man.
Fucking Leroy Furr went to Swansea on loan for the year. Stephen Fletcher went to Marseille.
That's a weird
on loan.
one.
That was the weird one. That's the weird one of the day.
That truly is.
Was insane. Like, Yaya Sanogo went to Charlton on loan. Denis Shirashev went to Valencia on loan. Poor Gary Neville.
Oh my god,
I really feel bad for that man.
I literally wanted to. It's more so relevant because they played Deportivo last week, and it's like, I'm like, this poor bastard. One, they should have lost that game like 3-0. Deportivo should have crushed them.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. Like, I don't care if I sound
boy.
like a home fan or whatever, but Deportivo should have won that 3-0. But I felt so bad. I wanted to go on Twitter and be like, when is it the point where they just be like, Gary, you just need to walk away.
Yeah,
just stop.
leave, big boy.
Don't do this to yourself anymore.
Like, honestly, I really wanted him to succeed there, but it just like, I don't know. It sucks because he's a great tactical mind. Like, that's obvious or whatever, but he just can't. I mean, literally nobody understands him in that locker room. Like,
well, that's the main problem.
Like, trying to motivate a team when that team doesn't know your native language is super difficult, isn't it?
Oh! Yeah. That's all they can understand.
Yeah, basically. He's got. Yeah, I don't. It's tough. Everton signed some striker I've never heard of from Russia for £13.5 or 13.5
pounds. What a deal!
Stolen.
So there's Everton just being mediocre again, I suppose. We said it
Everton.
2 weeks ago, but sorry, Brian, your team's kind of meh.
Wait,
We'll have Brian on at some point. He can rant about Everton. There's enough. If you want to listen to For the Fans, you can get all your Liverpool talk. We'll have Brian on. You can have all your Everton talk.
all your Everton
there you
talk
go.
all day.
We'll get the counter side of that.
Middlesbrough signed Jordan Rhodes for £11 million.
I saw that.
I wasn't on Twitter today, but I imagine Jack made a really good tweet about it.
I would have to assume so. But it also just seems weird that a team in the championship is spending £11 million on one player.
It's Jordan Rhodes, though, Mark.
No, it's true. But also, Jordan Rhodes is the championship player, right?
He's the championship player.
He's gonna spend his entire career in the championship and be really good his entire career.
We'll see what happens. Eventually, one of his teams will get promoted, and he'll be able to stick it out for at least a year.
Matthew Debussy went to Bordeaux on loan for the rest of the year, obvioly.
I was saying to Adam...
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I was saying to Adam at the beginning of before we started recording, though, and I said to him, do you remember when Debussy was, good? And, teams wanted him?
He went to Arsenal and didn't play at all for 6 months.
Yeah.
That's what happened. I mean, he even says coming to Arsenal was a poor career choice. I need to leave this January.
Yeah, no kidding.
Which I actually liked Debussy. I thought he was a really good player at Newcastle.
Same here. He's one of the only Newcastle players I liked.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're going back to the Newcastle stuff though. I think Newcastle has done enough in this window to stay up now, which makes me sad because I wanted to see them get relegated.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, Swansea hasn't done enough to stay up.
This window. I agree with you completely.
Oh, there we go. Valencia have made contact with Pellegrini, so... Sorry, Gary.
Sorry, Gary. You're gone, son.
Interesting. Yeah. I could see him going to Valencia.
Yeah, I can see that too.
So, Adam, you're a City fan.
I do support Manchester City.
Oh, yeah.
And today you got probably a very happy piece of news.
I've gone on the record saying I'm not happy about this thing that was happening.
This is what I was going to ask. This is what I was going to ask you, Adam. Do you feel like Pellegrini has got the shit under the stick here?
Well, he went there knowing he'd have 3 years. And he'd have a 3-year project, be like, here's 3 years, do what you can, do whatever you want, here's the financial backing, yada, yada, yada. So I don't think he's pissed either, because I think everybody pretty much knew, since 2 years ago, that City wanted Pep.
Yeah.
But
he did say something.
Pellegrini so much. He's just such a likable guy. I don't want him to leave.
I don't like Manchester City, but I like Pellegrini.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, he did say the club are not doing anything behind me, and he's known this for about a month now, which is a little disappointing.
I think he's known it for more than a month, but I think he's
probably
just trying to be like,
also, I know stats don't tell stories or whatever, but after 99 games, his win percentage is 64.7, which is higher than anyone who has lasted as long, except for Sir Alex Ferguson and Mourinho.
Yeah,
which is that's impressive. That's a really impressive stat.
No, I think. Well, the thing is he managed where was he before? Malaga? I think Malaga was
he was Malaga.
Malaga, yeah.
He was the one. Yeah, he took him to the quarterfinals of the Champions League as well.
And with a pretty young team. I mean, that's when Isco showed up, and everyone's "Holy shit, who's this?"
And he still thinks Steve Michaelis is a good player. Let's go on record. He's not. Just stop.
Don't worry, Valencia. Di Michaelis is coming with him.
I was going to say, do you think
new center back
is worried? He's like, fuck, I got 6 months to prove myself. So
if anybody should be worried, it's Yaya Toure.
No kidding.
Oh yeah,
I think Yaya Toure is probably a little worried already.
Well, him and Pep don't get along to begin with.
No, I know.
Pep drove him out of Barca. That's the reason Yaya left.
I'm pretty sure Pep will get to City and literally he might just kill Toure. He's like, you know what? I don't think you're allowed to live anymore. Now that I'm here, I don't think you're allowed to be a person.
Toure is going to Liverpool next year because every player in the world has to be linked with Liverpool at some point.
Exactly. Absolutely. Him and James Milner, man. Be perfect.
The thing is, Pep always takes somebody from the team he used to be at. So I'm trying to think if he takes
he's bringing Xabi Alonso again.
Oh, I'd love that so much. I would buy a Xabi Alonso City kit so fucking fast.
Xabi Alonso's going to be 60 years old and still playing for Pep.
Because
he doesn't have to move.
I love that, man. He's smart as fuck.
Oh, he's a football genius.
Not even that. He's money-wise.
Like a shitty version of
Pirlo. He's fucking genius.
Good point. I actually heard that about him, that he's a very intelligent man. He looks like an intelligent man.
It's not. He's just pretty. He's just a pretty guy.
Yeah, no. He also just looks beautiful. Yeah. That's
it's really funny because I gotta out my friend who's a Dortmund fan, biggest Dortmund fan in the world, but he owns a Bayern Xabi Alonso kit because he likes Xabi Alonso so much. Yeah, he does.
Oh my god.
I mean Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
So.
That's Liverpool fans for you.
Yeah. But the thing is, like every person that every team that Xabi Alonso's been a part of, like everybody loves Xabi Alonso. You can't hate him even when he leaves.
It's true.
I just love that guy.
No, very true. Sorry, I'm also gonna say, Aston Villa didn't sign a single player in January.
I think they've pretty much come to terms with like we're going down. There's no way we're staying up.
Which is really disappointing.
You would think they would have tried to do something.
They're one of the only teams. They're one of the only teams left that have never been relegated from the top division of English football.
Yeah,
which it'll be disappointing to see him go down.
I don't know how much they tried to get anyone in though, because they spent a decent amount in the summer, and it gets to a point where it's like, hey, you've made your bed. These are the players you signed. I know it's not the same manager, but as far as the club goes, these are the players we've signed. We have to make something happen with these players, or it's just not going to happen. Because the worst thing you could do at this point is to spend another $30 million on a bunch of players, try to stay up, and then go down still.
Yeah, with a big ass wage bill.
Yeah,
I think Remy Gard has given up. Well, I'm pretty sure he gave up about 2 months ago, but you know, I think he's been over this whole Villa situation for a while, but doesn't want to quit.
I was amazed that they started the season with Timmy Tactics, and it's kind of just been a downfall since then, hasn't it?
Well, probably. I feel more bad for Remy Gard because I feel like he came in thinking like I can do this. It's like when you play Football Manager and you take the bottom club. They're like, well, they're only like 10 points from safety. Like I can do this. Then he's he's like, I have no idea how to do this.
Yeah, I do. I feel somewhat because that whole thing was just a sinking ship, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Oh, also, Victor Barba went to that Colombian club Atlético Nacional.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was that's strange.
I haven't watched too many Watford games, but has he not been playing at all for Watford?
I don't. Either he hasn't been playing or hasn't been playing well.
All right, it's interesting.
Interesting.
People on FIFA are going to be sad about that one.
It's very true.
Yep.
Yeah.
They really will.
Guys, can we talk about the biggest signing?
Alex Pritchard to West Brom on loan.
How dare you? Can we talk about young Matt Miazga going to Chelsea?
Whoop-de-whoop.
That's interesting.
If I'm honest, Adam, you're going to know a lot more about this kid than I am.
Yeah,
you're a New York Red Bulls fan.
I am. I do support the Red Bulls in MLS, and I was really sad but really happy.
How much money do you think you got for him? I think it was an undisclosed fee, right?
The chart on Reddit says £3.5 million.
That seems a little
probably around like $5 million. I think they said.
Yeah,
I heard. Red Bull said.
Yeah, I heard that it was like $3.5 million to $3.5 million as a fee. $750 is into their allocation funds.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, $750,000 into their allocation funds, and then there's probably some more clauses in there, some undisclosed clauses in there that could add up to more money in the future if he hits his potential.
Yeah, definitely. But nah, the kid's great. I mean, he's 6'4". He's huge. He's to be honest, for MLS he was absolutely incredible. I mean, minus like a couple games where he's still raw. He's still like he'll fuck up occasionally, but he's so good at timing tackles right now. Like he kept David Villa like from doing shit when they played NYCFC.
Better than the entire back four of Toronto.
Hey, they're working on that.
Sorry, except for Justin Morrow. Sorry, the only good one.
Don't worry, all Red Bull did was sign a bunch of homegrowns. I don't think we've made one move yet.
TFC has looked fantastic in the offseason.
You guys have been killing it.
Yeah, we've done this is the best offseason. Like, we've signed Giovinco, Jermaine Defoe, Michael Bradley, and Josie Altidore. But goddamn, this is my favorite offseason. We've signed like MLS players, players that have played in the MLS.
Not only 4 players who have MLS experience, but 4 players who have MLS playoff experience.
Yep.
That might not mean much to people in the UK because they don't really know what's going on as far as MLS stuff goes. But that's like right before your team makes it into Europa League, signing 4 players who have played in Europa League when you don't have anyone else who has ever played in the league before.
Well, fucking yeah, and I mean, like, you know, one of the best players we've had for the last 2 years, 3 years, has been Justin Morrow, who's a former All-Star, and like he's been fantastic. So signing these players that have done it on a bigger stage in the MLS, it's great. I love it.
We
I'm
might
so
have
happy.
a defense this year.
We're finally actually making signings like we're finally making depth signings that know how to play in the MLS, not just like random Frenchmen who played for PSG once. So it's like, oh, sweet, this guy's gonna be good. It's like, well, no, not really.
Not really.
Shout out to Cantari.
And we signed Will Johnson, who's like Canadian icon almost at this point.
Yeah. Oh, the Captain Canada right there.
Yeah,
There you go.
pretty
we have Michael Bradley and Will Johnson in the midfield together. That's insane.
Two captains.
That's ridiculous.
That's just North America in the midfield.
The two North American captains. Yeah.
It's
Two
just the
North
epitome of
American
North
captains.
America. I'm pretty sure they're both bald too.
We need to get who's the captain for Mexico? Is it Chirchito?
I don't know.
Probably not Chirchito.
No, I don't know.
Mm.
You know, I'm so
Dos Santos.
happy, but TFC's off season. I'm excited. I am very excited. Hey, apparently there's a fucking optic Will Johnson as well. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
He does
Optic
it.
gaming,
He does
Will
it in
Johnson.
gaming. He does it in football, lads.
Yeah, maybe it's the same person. That'd be pretty cool. He's a trick shotter.
We haven't really let Adam steer the conversation anywhere yet. Did you have anything you wanted to bring to anything you wanted to bring to the podcast at all, Adam? As far as things that you wanted to ask us or talk about on the podcast, you've been saving some beef you have against us. You've been saving for the podcast.
Do you have beef on us? Are you gonna You want to beef on us, Adam?
I'm not going to drop a diss track. I'm not going to do anything like that.
No.
I was talking to Curtis about this actually because like we're mostly known as Football Manager streamers, right?
Yep.
And we kind of went over some other games we play, but like, what other games do you guys play?
You guys, do we play?
That's not FM.
Okay, I play Counter-Strike a lot. I play a lot of Counter-Strike.
He does.
I play Smite now.
Yeah,
I play
that's
a
the
little
thing
bit
now.
of League of Legends. I dip into League a little bit. I play FIFA. What else did I play? And then just like games here and there. One of my favorite games of all time is Skyrim.
Okay.
I played probably 3,000 hours of Skyrim. Like, I played that game for so long. I loved that. I loved that game so much. It was my first Elder Scrolls game too, which is a little. I never played Oblivion, and the other games were a little old, like too old for me. But yeah, I don't really play that many different games. I play some games that come in a year. Like last year, I played Far Cry 4 and I loved it. So games like that come out in a year, I'm just like, oh, that looks like a fun game. I'll pick that up, play 30 hours of it, and then we'll never pick it up again, basically.
Yeah.
But I'm very odd with my gaming. I'm not like a massive story. Like I like story-based game, but like I find I can't put enough time into it to justify paying $60 for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like games like Football Manager and Counter-Strike and Smite and stuff, where you can just keep on going and going and going and going for so long and like never really get bored with it because there's just so much to do or whatever.
It's an art of mastering it, not an art of beating it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, with Far Cry 4, like I really like the game, but I beat it in 35 hours, and then I was just like, okay, I don't need to play this anymore.
I'm kind of the same, maybe a bit different. Like when I'm playing games on my own, so like go ahead, Mark, you can finish there.
I also play a shit ton of Civ 5.
Civ 5, yeah, I play a lot of Civ 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I play games on my own, I play like a lot of sports games. I don't know what it is about sports games. I'm just a big sports fan, so I like a lot of sports games.
Mm-hmm.
I've never told about Adam already knows about my Madden problem I've had in the past. I don't think I've ever told on podcasts, and there's no reason to. But in the past, I've played a lot of Madden. I'm getting back into that a little bit this year. But Football Manager's fucking pretty well ruined a lot of the like Maddens and FIFAs and stuff for me. But I still play them quite a bit. I play like. Again, like Civ 5 will be one. We just started playing Smite it like in the last week, and I've been having a lot of fun, so I'll probably stick that out for a while.
I think that's a game that we're playing for a long time.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything we're gonna give. I like multiplayer stuff a lot, but not like CS:GO-esque multiplayers. I mean like very co-op style multiplayer stuff I really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like playing, whether it's a story mode or just like a puzzle game or whatever. I just like playing games with people a lot. That's one of the reasons why Slam and I through streaming became fairly decent friends was because it was like you stream and then you had him on Steam and stuff like that. And it's like, hey, you want to play a game sometime? And he's always down to play like anything. Like I've played Portal with Slam, like Borderlands, like just all those great multiplayer games that you can play with a group of people. As I've played with Slam, which is fun. But yeah, like I don't know. I play like some story-based gaming, but usually it's like 3 or 4 year old AAA titles that I just never got around to playing at the time.
Yeah, like you're only playing Far Cry 3 now.
Yeah,
like you just finished that game.
I go on big Nintendo kicks because
Nice.
I mean, who doesn't like a little Nintendo kick every now and then? I don't know. What else?
Yeah, I should also say this whole like not playing many story-based games anymore is a very new thing. Like a thing of the last, I don't know, year or so maybe.
Yeah, year now.
Like before that,
But even,
especially when I had an Xbox, there was like about 7 AAA title series that I would buy like every year.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty, Assassin, Borderlands, blah 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 blah. Like just go on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
I'd play all those, but just not so much anymore.
Some of my favorite gaming ever was the Ezio Auditore story through the Assassin's Creed series.
Yeah,
just those 3 games: Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and Assassin's Creed Revelation.
Yeah. Those were 3 fantastic games.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about yourself, Adam? What do you?
Well, it's weird because I'm looking at my shelf of all the games I have. And
You're
I
also
own
lucky.
a ton.
I feel like you're also lucky in a situation too because of Amanda. She gets you a lot of games.
Yes, I do get lucky with
True.
that, where I get a lot of new games. But the problem with that is that I don't have enough time to play all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like back in the day when I was growing up, like when I was, I'm gonna sound so old, but like Mark, when I was like your age, I would play JRPGs like Final Fantasy and like anything you could throw at me. I would just consume them, and I'd have the time to spend 60 hours throwing myself into a JRPG and enjoying the world and doing all that stuff. But now it's like I'm looking at my shelf, and it's like I have some action games and I have some sports games.
Yeah.
And it's like Football Manager is always that nice, easy go-to.
Oh yeah.
My kind of quiet goal for this year wasn't. It's kind of like my gaming resolution sort of deal was to play more games than I did last year. Because last year I felt like I didn't play a lot, and I have a huge Steam library. I have over 200 games on my Steam library. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. So my goal for this year was like I actually want to sit down and play more games. Like I just want. I have Football Manager. It's great. I love playing Football Manager, and anyone who has Football Manager and plays it is probably guilty of having that be the only game they play for quite an amount of time,
for months on months on months.
But just to talk about how much of a crazy person I am, when I play games, I enjoy watching something as well. That's why Twitch is so great because I have 2 monitors. Usually have a game on one monitor and Twitch on the other. So playing story-based games and stuff like that, you can't always do because you can't focus on what you're doing.
Right.
So I prefer the kind of click around your Civ 5s and stuff like that. But because I'm a psychopath, I also have a TV beside that.
Jesus
where
Christ.
I play Xbox at the same time. So I'll be playing Madden on my Xbox while watching something on Twitch while also playing Football Manager on my PC. And I don't tell people about that, but I do that. Like that's my idea of like a really relaxing day. It's just hanging out doing that.
Kurt, like again, I mentioned this the other night or whatever, Adam, but Curtis is a fucking crazy person.
Evidently.
Like again, I will watch stuff while I play games a lot too, but it's not like I also have to have an Xbox on. And like you've told me before, Curtis, that you'll be playing a game and it's like a story-based game and you want to listen to it, but like you get bored because you don't have another thing going on.
I wouldn't even say bored, but I get like I think I might have like given myself a form of like a very rare strain of ADD that only exists within myself.
No, it's
because even that like
because
so recently.
See, okay, wait.
Go for it.
I don't like you saying that because like that makes it seem like it's like an actual problem you have or whatever. It's like people actually have ADD and that's a problem for them. Like
I know I understand that, Mark, but I'm saying that like this is my version of what it would be if I like. I just
say it's a version of it. It's
I said it's a very rare version that only exists within me. Anyway, before you call me on my shit again, even like always. So recently I was playing Far Cry 3 because I never got around to playing any Far Cry games. I saw some stuff on Primal, and Primal looks like it's going to be amazing.
It does look pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah. And because of the person I am, I'm like, I can't just jump right into Primal. Let's see what's up. Far Cry 3 is on sale for like $5, so I was like, well, what's $5? So I grabbed it and I was playing it. So with that, I can't really play anything else because it's pretty well focused, and can't really watch anything because it's very you got to hear what's going on around you because you don't want to just get jumped at by a tiger.
Right.
Yep.
So I would just have my Game Boy on my desk, and I'd have Pokemon just slowly going in the background, and I was just breeding. I was just like, I literally put a dime in my joystick, and I was just breeding a bunch of people for like Wonder Trade and Trade Network.
Jesus Christ.
There you go.
So yeah, I'm a crazy person, Adam.
Yeah. I will also say for about, I would say 7 years, like there was 3 years of my life where all I did was play Halo 2 and Halo 3 and Halo Reach. Like that's just all I did all the time. That's the only game I ever played.
I played a lot of Halo, yeah.
And then for 4 years after that, all I did was play Call of Duty. Like literally every single night I would get home from school and play Call of Duty from like 3:45 till like 10:45 at night every single day with my friends.
Jeez.
So yeah, no, I was well again, I was sort of talking about. Oh no, I was talking about it with Mike yesterday on Skype after we streamed or whatever. But like we grew up in like this tiny ass little town, out in the country, and the school, like the elementary school that we went to, was in the next town over, which is literally like it should be the same town as this. It's literally like 2 minutes down the road by car, but it's like I don't know, a 15-minute bike ride maybe to like certain people's houses or whatever, but it's also on a main road that like there's a fuck ton of cars on. So if I ever wanted to go hang out with my friends, I would either have to get a drive over there or walk over there, or a bike over there, sorry, which I didn't really have a bike because I don't really know why. And I wasn't allowed to walk on the road because it's the main road, and my parents thought I was going to get like fucking hit by a truck or whatever and die.
Or picked up.
So yeah, or picked up. Nobody really wanted me though, Curtis. So what it came down to was like instead of going to hang out with my friends because like I couldn't always get a ride, parents had to do stuff or whatever, was to just play video games with them. And like my mom was like a little bit annoyed at it at first.
There used to be like a weird shame involved with that, which I think now there isn't as much, and it's one of those things that like
that kind of annoys me
that we have.
That kind of annoys me because I grew up in that. It's like, oh, you play video games, you fucking nerd. I'm like, what the fuck? And now all the people that called me a nerd are like, I go to Comic-Con, I'm so cool. I'm like,
I'm so tough, yeah.
No, but like even we had that for a little while, but then my mom was just like, like I get that that's how you guys like have fun with each other now. It's not always just like going to see somebody and doing something outside, you could sit and play Xbox and talk to each other like all day. Like you can interact with them more than if you would to like go over to their house, like if I were to drive over there, I could be over there for like 2.5 hours and leave, or I could sit and have a conversation with you guys like I did yesterday for like 12 hours.
Yes. Think about it like in a socializing way. Like could you imagine, and times have changed a bit, right? But could you imagine Mark being like a 15-year-old kid who wanted to stream like Seriously? 8 years ago? What your parents would have thought of that?
Yeah.
Like they would have been like, no, go the fuck outside, do something else, socialize with your friends, without realizing that we've made dozens and dozens and dozens, and we have hundreds of followers, and just a massive network of people that I would consider friends of mine because we play video games on the internet with people.
Yeah.
And I mean, sometimes it isn't even playing video games. Like, I mean, there's probably an hour yesterday when like we got dinner and Langer got dinner and stuff where we were just sitting there chatting. Like, we weren't doing anything. We were just talking, right? Yeah. But like I think it's really good that people like think of this like interaction as the same as like going out and seeing somebody.
Yeah,
right?
It's amazing that it's going that way.
There's not that much of a stigma or anything anymore, which is really nice. I mean, my mom thinks it's fucking awesome that we do this podcast, that we stream, that we talk to people like you and Slam and all those people. She thinks it is so cool because she doesn't really get it, but she thinks it's so fascinating.
Yeah, whereas even like 5 years ago, she would have been like, I don't want you to do that. Like, you gotta fucking stop. Like, it's like, well, you don't really have that choice, but fuck off.
Yeah. Like if I was 19 5 years ago and I was talking to you, Adam, my mom would probably like, that's maybe not a good thing.
Yeah, right? Why are you talking to this guy that's like 6 years older than you and lives in America? Yeah, that's a little weird.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now it's like whatever.
Like I had mentioned I was upstairs like making dinner or something the other night, and she was up there just kind of talking with me, and I had mentioned that you and Amanda were coming to Toronto in May, and I was like, yeah, one of the stream friends is coming to Toronto in May, and Mark and I are going to go probably catch a TFC game with them and hang out with them for a night. And she's like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's really fucking cool. Again, it's sweet that we live in a world where like that's acceptable now, and that's becoming a form of communication that people don't think negatively as much as they used to, because it definitely used to have that negative connotation with it. And like
I
you
think
said,
it depends on the age group you have, though. Like I've had people that are like, oh, I play WoW, and I've met up with like people at like BlizzCon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool.
I'm more thinking of it from a like raising your kids standpoint.
That's true too.
You know, like there's that standpoint where it's like raising your kids. You almost have like, now I think there's more of an appreciation for the online medium of socializing, and it's still, you're still socializing. You're not being antisocial or anything like that, because parents are way too worried if their kids are going to be antisocial.
Oh, absolutely.
They're way too worried about that. Like, oh, why don't you go outside and make some friends?
Yeah.
There's two kids down the street that have a basketball hoop.
Yeah.
Why don't you go throw balls at them?
One of the pro Counter-Strike players that I watch stream a lot, he's an American guy. He's like 24 now, but when he became like a pro player, he was like 14.
Dude.
Like back in like Counter-Strike 1.6 and Source and stuff.
Yeah.
So like he had his parents like drive him to all the events and stuff like that, but he said like before his parents like started to figure out that like this is actually like a viable career for my kid, like this is actually something he can do and do well and be like one of the best at. He said like his dad, like he'd be in his room for like 10 hours a day playing Counter-Strike, just practicing, and like his dad's like an old he's from California, but like an older guy, like like a dad that like wouldn't get that,
very
right?
in the old school.
Yeah, so like he would like come into his room and fucking like unplug his computer, throw him outside, and make him go do shit or whatever. And now he's like, I really feel bad about that. Like I see what he's done now and like how that was wrong. But when like at that point, I was just worried about if my kid was gonna like just like fail classes or like not get into college or like
or like, not have friends because parents worry about that.
Or just do something dumb because they're just playing video games all day. And then he was talking about now like his dad knows more about Counter-Strike than I do, like about the Counter-Strike scene than I do. And it's like just this old big fat American dude just smoking a cigar, drinking whiskey and talking about Counter-Strike.
That's
like,
amazing.
This is fantastic. This is so cool. He also had a thing. He would go to these LAN events when he was like 14 and 13 and would just like dust these like 19 and 20 year olds because he was like super fucking good. And so these kids would try like pick fights with him. So his brother would have to go to the events with him to like beat up these other kids that would try and like fucking beat up this 14-year-old because he kicked their ass in Counter-Strike.
Jesus.
It's ridiculous.
Adam, are you any good at games?
Depends on the game. There's a reason I play single player games. I'm really shitty at multiplayer games.
Is there any game that you say that you're like very good at? And don't say Football Manager because we've seen you.
No, I'm not good.
Okay.
I attest that I'm terrible at the game. I just love it too much. A game that I'm really good at. That's not like I don't know. Like it's if John was here, he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm pretty good at like Metal Gear, and I can like do full stealth runs and do all that stuff." But I can't do that shit.
Of course you can, John.
Yeah,
you beautiful
he's
bastard.
He's a fucking
so
monster.
Adam, we're both the older brother. I'm seeing a trend here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the older brother gets the shit on the stick because we never let them play growing up, did we?
Exactly.
It's really okay. I'm gonna bring up this same Counter-Strike kid, this is the thing I've heard of a lot. The reason this guy started playing Counter-Strike is because his older brother and his friends were playing Counter-Strike, and then like whenever he would go do something, the guy would sneak into his room and play Counter-Strike on his computer before he would get back, and that's how he started playing Counter-Strike, was because his big brother played and yes, and he also said it was I was motivated to get better than my big brother so I could beat him and his friends.
I feel like that's true though.
I feel like it is true.
Because it's like I'll be like, yeah, I'm pretty good at some games. Like I'll play like RPGs and I can just blast through them. Like I know how to do what I need to do. But like John's gotten good at like a lot of different games, and I'm like, well, fuck. Okay, I can't even do this shit. Like I'll have problems. Like I'm like I can't get through this. And he'll just pick up the controller and he'll just run through it. I'm like, I fucking hate you right now.
Adam, that's me too, man.
I think I was more proud the day I beat the day I got better at Halo than Curtis I was the day.
I was gonna specifically bring Halo up, yeah.
but I think I was more proud of that than the day I like beat you in a round of golf.
That's
I'm
interesting.
pretty
yeah.
sure. I'm pretty sure I was more proud of being better than you at Halo.
It's funny because to this day, you've only ever beat me in a round of golf one time.
Yep.
And you've beat me in plenty of video games.
Yeah. Like if we were to, in general, we could probably say I'm a better video game player.
Yeah, hands down, I completely admit
like
that.
you're better at sports games than me, but that's just because like I'm not patient enough with sports games.
Yeah, like you always kind of do that argument thing where it's like, well, we're pretty even in FIFA, but when it comes down to it, you give us 2 or 3 games. By like 2 or 3 games in, I just start kind of
again. I feel like especially with FIFA, I just get like I'm not like by the 70th minute, I'm just like trying to do skill moves and do these like silky passes all the way up the pitch, and then it just gets intercepted and you counter me. I'm just like, well, that's another goal.
FIFA's always a game that I've frustratedly been better than you at, Mark, and I'm waiting for the day for you to admit that because like you always compare us on the same level, and ever since we started playing FIFA, like I'd say by the time we both started playing FIFA a lot. Like I have just constantly like feel like I've been.
I think I could be better. I don't think I could be better than you, but I think I could be on par with you and like fighting for a lot of wins with you and stuff. But I just like I just don't. I don't think I try as hard as I do in other games that I play.
That's fair.
Because like I mean like when I play stuff like Counter-Strike, which I'm not good at Counter-Strike, but like I'm above average, I suppose. But like I really care about winning in that game and I care about doing well. Whereas in FIFA, I really just like it's like, oh, I scored like a really cool goal. That's awesome. I may have lost the game, but like I did that cool thing.
So like I remember like you're talking about the situation where you beat me in Halo for the first time. I remember like I played a lot of Halo 3, Halo 2, Halo 3, and then like kind of the DLCs I'll call them for Halo 3. Playing a lot of multiplayer on there. And, like a lot of people were Call of Duty people. I was more of a Halo guy. Like my friends and I just play, and I wasn't amazing at the game, but I could easily hold my own with, half decent players. And I remember I played Mark and I would just fucking annihilate him. And then he went through that kick where he's playing a lot of COD and stuff with his friends. Well, secretly, he wasn't just playing COD. He was playing a lot of Halo too.
I was playing a lot of Halo 3 and a lot of Reach.
And I remember
Reach was my game.
I remember like the day he beat me was like, he didn't just beat me, he fucking slayed me. Like I hadn't played in a while, but I was like, this is Halo, this is my jam. Haven't played in a bit, won't be a big deal. And I got in there when like he probably beat me like 20-5, and I was like, actually no, the first time he beat me was probably a bit closer. Yeah. But by 2 or 3 times after, you were probably just beating me like 20-5. Like it just
like I also remember, like I mean, what 2 months ago maybe you and Langer just popped open some FIFA or some Halo and we're dicking around on there or whatever, and that was like the first time I had played Halo in probably 2.5 years, maybe 3 years. And like
it's kind of the same with me, but
yeah. But it was just like you were kicking Langer's ass. I was like, oh Langer, give me the controller for a second, and like I like got a sniper rifle and I just like fucked you up like 4 times in a row, and then you started killing me a bunch and it was getting more even or whatever. But I was like, I can't believe I'm still like good, like can control a Halo player this well still after so long, after not playing it at all.
I think in the 5 minutes or whatever you grabbed the controller from Langer, I think you killed me 6 times and I killed you 3 times. So like half of what you got on me. I was like, fuck off.
I was like, it's just so weird. And I will say it's different with Call of Duty. I tried to play Call of Duty Ghosts when Modern or what was the, god damn it, I haven't played Call of Duty in so long, I don't even know. It was the first game with like those exosuits and stuff where you could do like super long, big jumps and like run on the walls and stuff.
It was probably Black Ops 2, I think.
No. I played Black Ops 2. That was the last game. That was the last
Modern Warfare 3?
Ooh, maybe?
No, that was before Black Ops 2.
I don't know. You can keep going though.
I don't fucking know.
But so it was one of those exosuit games where you could like jump really high and all that. And I picked it up. I tried to play it one day. I had bought it on PC. Actually, that's how I can figure it out. It was Advanced Warfare was the game.
There you go.
Okay.
And I picked it up and like I had no fucking idea what I was doing. Those like exosuits and stuff, people were just ruining me. Like I tried to pick up a sniper rifle and like people were just like fucking jetpacking over me and running up walls. I'm just like, oh my god. And now that's like every first-person shooter that comes out these days. Titanfall was like that. I was shit at Titanfall. I can't do those.
That was Halo 4 for me, was when I realized that I just couldn't play shooters anymore, because Halo Reach, I feel like I was better than the average at Halo Reach. I obviously wasn't a fantastic player or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I had the VidMaster achievements, I had the perfection achievements, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just from just grinding out multiplayer and legendary campaign and stuff like that. And I went to play online on Halo 4 once, and everyone's just doing all this shit. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm old now. I'm like, I just can't understand what's going on. I can't keep up with it. Everyone's at a point where they just understand this and they're better than me, and I'm not going to catch up on it.
I was still pretty good at Halo 4 because it wasn't as fast paced as Advanced Warfare was. It was just it was a little disappointing because I always thought that I would be decent at Call of Duty no matter when I picked it up, because like I used to be really good at Call of Duty because I just played it so fucking much, and that was really disappointing to see me just get shit on. I was like, oh, I guess I'm not good anymore. It's a tough thing to realize.
So we learned today that the younger brother just has the goal to get better than the older brother.
Pretty much.
So older brothers out there, especially if you got a age difference of about 3 years, like, you know, Mark and myself and John and Adam.
Yep.
You know, older brothers out there, just keep getting good at video games so that brother just chases you as far to the top. And when he goes pro in that shit, just piggyback that all the way to the bank.
Exactly.
Man.
Either play League of Legends and Counter-Strike and then begrudgingly let your brother play it when you won't, so then they get good and they can go pro.
And then tell him that was your plan the whole time. Become his manager.
And make bank.
Bank.
But make sure you're European, because NA players suck. So.
And also show them this podcast as proof as that's what you're doing.
Yeah, and then give us cash.
And then give us cash too. And Adam cash.
And Adam cash, of course.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Of course. Yeah, so that's our video game history right there. That's a 45-minute summary of our video game history.
That was pretty phenomenal.
That was.
You're welcome.
We rambled on long again, and I'm only drawing attention to it because, you know, maybe we should think about wrapping up soon. But
yeah,
I also am waiting for who's going to be the guest when we have our first 2-hour-long podcast. Because it keeps pushing. It keeps pushing. Really, I'm amazed it didn't happen with Slam. Adam's not as good at just interrupting us and talking, which Adam, you need to do. And it's now hour and 40 minutes, and you haven't interrupted us once, man.
Yeah, I feel like I've talked over you too many times, Adam.
People are gonna be mad at us for that.
Everyone's gonna be like, "You didn't even fucking let Adam talk the whole time." God damn it!
It's almost like you hosted today, though.
I know,
you
right?
would ask us questions, and we would just fucking go for it.
Listen, you're gonna call this podcast Adam Pita's Lovely Podcast.
Of course
we are. It's absolutely true.
I'm already working on the thumbnail, man. I will need a picture of you for the thumbnail.
I will try to find you one that looks okay.
Okay.
Take a new selfie and send it to us.
I'm sure they're out there. Your Twitter picture.
Or just give us one of John. I bet we'll get more views if John is on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Have you ever talked to John about us?
Yeah, I'm curious about that too.
Oof. Does John think it's weird that we love him so much?
He actually thinks it's really funny.
That's what we go for. I want you.
Have you ever showed John us before?
He's watched a couple of your streams.
That's amazing. Nice. Oh my god, yes.
Excited now.
I'm so happy.
We've made it. Guys, this is official. This is my official retirement.
Yeah, retirement from the brunch party. We're going to delete all of our accounts.
We made it.
It's all done.
Yeah.
All you guys can come to Twitch TV /Adam Pita and hang out with me.
Yeah.
He just dropped his channel in here.
Yeah. I was gonna say that for the end, Adam, but okay. That's fine.
I can tell you, it's not gonna get you any notice.
Get me nothing.
No. I asked people to tweet us if they want to see video podcasts last week. I don't think anybody tweeted us, and I feel bad now.
Yeah, we more do this because we're egotistical fucks.
I just like recording it, and like to the 8 of you who watch us on a weekly basis, you are my favorite 8 people in the world.
Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Tauntaun.
Shout out to Adam.
Moldy Gravy. Shout out to Adam. Shout out to Brian.
Slam.
And Slam. Yeah, those are the 6 people that watch this podcast.
If we miss anyone, Callum, if you still watch. Oh, we miss you. Come home, Donza. If you're alive, please. Oh
my god,
Donza.
I really miss you, Donza. I
give us a sign, Donza.
I haven't got anything back. He hasn't tweeted since December 16th, and now I'm actually worried.
I'm starting to get scared.
Dossie, if you're here, what's up, bae? I love you.
Yeah, Doss. This podcast sponsored by Dossie Fossey.
Yeah, and a little bit Tauntaun too. I won't lie.
But he's
a little bit by Tauntaun.
Yeah,
I don't like it. So basically, fucking Alberto Moreno, but still.
Yes.
Hey guys, GMK scored 15 minutes into this friendly. How do you think
Mark, get off Twitter and focus on. Maybe we should wrap this up. Are we gonna wrap this up, or are we gonna keep it going?
No, let's.
Adam,
I think we should.
You think we should keep going?
Do you have any more questions?
Do you have? Oh, you think we should wrap it up? Oh, Adam doesn't want to be here.
Adam, do you have any more questions for us before we leave?
I do not.
We won't turn them into 45-minute answers.
Yeah, no. I think I've learned a lot today.
You have no question for me or Curtis.
Have you guys ever had?
You're not good at
waffle?
This. A what?
A falafel?
A blue waffle.
That's disgusting. You're an animal. You are fucking disgusting.
Oh my god! Adam.
I was
just fucking children. This is a family program.
I was just about to ask you to come. I was gonna say, Adam. As of right now, you are officially welcome back on the Brunch Party podcast if you ever like to come back on.
Never again.
Because the more and more you're on, is the more and more, you'll learn how to talk over us and deal with us like Slam did in the first episode that he was on. He knows what's up. But now I don't think I want to invite you back on.
I even gave you an out there, Adam. I misheard you the first time, and I thought you said falafel, so I was like, like I've never had a falafel. If anyone wants to know,
I thought I heard what he said, and then I cried.
I've officially fucked this podcast up.
Well, Adam, where can people find you? Your Twitter, your YouTube, your Twitch.
Twitter is Pita Pocket Games. There you can see the YouTube link because we don't have
it's Pita Pocket Games? I always thought it was Pita Pocket Gaming.
Well, the Twitter handle is at Pita Pocket Games. So we sound more like a video game company as opposed to a YouTube channel, but I couldn't get Pita Pocket Gaming.
Damn, dude, you fucked that up. It should just be Adam Pita.
Yeah.
If you want my personal Twitter account, it's Adam_Pita.
Fuck, I don't know if I follow your personal.
You probably don't. It's fine. I don't really tweet on it that much.
Okay, I'm gonna stick to your. Just stick to one, man. Just stick to one.
Right. Pita Pocket Games main Twitter account that has the YouTube channel on it. Twitch.tv/AdamPita is the Twitch channel where I mostly play Football Manager, but I'm going to try to play other games too.
Go there to find out what a blue waffle is.
Do not.
Whatever you do, he said slash. He didn't say dash. It's not that hard. He said slash.
Fuck off, Mark.
The thing is, I don't know which slash it is, so I just say slash. Whatever.
Mark gives me shit for it every fucking week.
That's because you do it every week, and I can't believe it.
How about you say the Twitter name this week then, and I won't do it?
No, I do. Well, actually, I shouldn't say every week, but you whenever I'm can you say that because I forget it? Then I say it because you always fuck it up.
Even when you fuck it, no. Even when you say you call me out, I thought you go /C Curtis. That's how you do it.
That's because
that's how grown-ups do it, Curtis.
You have been on the internet your entire life.
I've been around the internet. That's for damn sure.
Anyways. So
I'm still gonna, Adam, if you'd like to come back on at any point, let us know. We're gonna we're gonna try to do guests every couple weeks. Again, you're still gonna get Mark and I podcasts. But if you would like to come back on at some point, keep your blue waffle shit at home.
We apparently have to censor you. But
I'll make sure not to say like that. Or
I might just put a bleep.
Things.
I'm gonna put a bleep over every time you guys say that.
That's fine. Do it. It'd be way funnier.
Now, because I know you're one of the people who actually listen. Do you think we should give this video podcast idea a shot for YouTube? I want to hear from you, Adam. Do you think we should give it a shot?
I think it'd be cool.
All right, cool.
I wish we thought of it before, because I would have totally been down to do a video podcast.
I think it would be tough over Skype when we have guests, but me and Mark are like setting up the podcast studio on that couch that's behind our stream set to have a video podcast on there. Like we did some tests last week, so I'm kind of excited about that. So
next
people
episode,
look forward
I want
to that.
you to do it.
I think we are going to.
Nice.
Okay.
But that being said, when you come by, maybe we'll do it. We'll test things out when you're in Toronto for like a
maybe. Oh my god! Maybe we'll bring the podcast. Like we can't stream, but maybe we'll bring the podcast setup.
Adam and Amanda on the podcast.
Yeah, because we could be on one mic. You guys could be on one mic, and we could probably make it work.
Oh my god, that'd be fantastic.
I think it'd be really good.
I'm down.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Okay, ideas. Okay, well that's in May, so that's still a long time.
You got time.
That's hype. That's just a reason to keep doing the podcast, Mark.
Absolutely,
for sure.
To get Amanda
to get Amanda on the podcast and Justin. By then we could maybe hit get closer to that 25.
Yeah, it'd be close-ish.
Yeah, look at that.
All
right.
Okay, well, I'm gonna wrap it up then.
I think we should let Adam wrap it up since he kind of hosted.
He doesn't know all of our links.
Yeah, I don't know the end.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, so
go to BrunchPartyPodcast.podbean.com.
Boo! She did it. Mark doesn't even remember that.
Holy shit.
Twitter's at 2Man Brunch Party with the number 2.
Woo!
Yep. Oh, fucking
Also,
dude.
twitch.tv/2Man Brunch Party, still with the number 2.
He's killing
Give
it.
these guys a follow. Love them.
Oh, yeah.
He's about to collect the paycheck.
I don't know the last
No,
one.
just
Yeah,
sign.
another
Just
one.
sign it. Just tell people to sign it. To send her home.
No, the YouTube, dude.
Yeah, YouTube's just 2Man Brunch Party or whatever.
Yeah, just 2Man.
Yeah,
Brunch
2Man
Party.
Brunch Party on the YouTube, so you can listen to this twice.
Boosh.
Absolutely. Give us all them views, though. We're going to start monetizing. We can get like 2 cents off these. It'll be great.
There you go. Like, share,
You can
comment, subscribe. The whole thing.
Oh, fucking hell. Yes. Adam. All right, sign us out.
Fucking have a great day.
That was terrible.
I
Fucking-
don't know how to sign off a podcast. That's why I don't have one.
I mean, I'm not good at it, but I mean, I'm better than that. All right, Adam, thank you very much for being on the podcast. You may have offended about 15 people, not
Nah.
even, because there won't be that many to listen to this, but
That's fine.
they'll get over it.
They'll deal.
And this has been the Brunch Party Podcast, and you all have a lovely week.
This was terrible.
I loved
you.
every second of this.